Well, hello everybody, and we've got a great day going on at Evine. It's on our broadcast side. It's called Silver Obsession. So we have invited some of our favorite vendors that deal with our sterling silver jewelry to be here all day, and one of our favorites is right here. This is Sherry Marcus with Passage to Israel. We're going to feature about 4 or 5 items on this YouTube live show. A lot of these items you'll be seeing on broadcast today. You can always go to evine.com and check it out, and we have something very special going on. Jewelry purchases of $99 and up, 15% off if you put it on the Evine card. So all kinds of ways to shop today, great incentives, great financial incentives, and we've got some great guests too. How are you, Sherry?
I'm great. How are you?
So how was Stars Born?
You know what? Nothing bad about Bradley Cooper, I gotta tell you.
You like Bradley
Amazing.
Cooper?
He was amazing. It was
She
great.
just saw the movie. It was
saw it.
great.
Sing it again.
You're going to
Sing
sing
it
it again with
tomorrow.
Wendy?
I'm singing it
Okay.
tomorrow. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is going to be a fun day. All right. You want to get started here?
Sure.
I heard a rumor, and you tell me if it's true, that
Yes.
your line was one of the first to bring spinner rings in. Is that true?
Was the first.
Was the first?
Was the first, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, spinner rings started thousands of years ago as Christianity rings.
Okay.
And so, you know, coming from Israel, it kind of made sense to bring a spinner ring to Evine.
Right.
So we started bringing, you know, all sterling silver, lots of detail, lots of work, and the idea of a spinner, which is really something that kind of,
If you're fidgety.
yeah. If you're
I'm
it's
fidgety.
great. Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
It calms
you could
me.
see, you could see me at any time. My feet are going. This is going.
Drives my wife crazy. My knee goes up and down sometimes, and so I'll just stop doing that, and I'll go to my ring.
Well, what's really funny is that last night I was on with Kendi
Yeah.
on Facebook, on the YouTube, and I watched myself afterwards, and I see my foot
Were you
on the
fidgeting?
bottom going,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my God.
Now let me show you. These are really beautiful spinner rings. Now the gold, what you see here in this band is gold over sterling silver. But do you have your ring on? Okay.
I do.
We can actually, Todd, when you have a second, show her finger and you can demonstrate how the spinner
Sure.
rings work. While we're getting that ready, I want to let you know that we have this in white topaz, blue topaz, citrine, and amethyst. Now the citrine and amethyst are the same stone, just different colors. This is beautiful untreated amethyst, by the way. Now show them how that works.
So the ring is made that it's a beautiful band underneath, and then we make the bands that spin around. Then the larger band is actually put on a stand, and it's hammered, actually hand hammered to expand so that the middle spinner bands don't fall off.
Okay.
Tremendous amount of work to keep that from falling off. Then in this particular ring, we have a beautiful gemstone on top of it, which you can see here, the citrine, which is just stunning.
Now I've never asked you these questions because we've never worked together, but how much of your jewelry is handcrafted?
99%
Okay,
of it.
that's
yeah.
what I thought.
I mean, there's,
Yeah.
you know, in the factories in Israel, it's very different than factories elsewhere. There's no machines, there's no machine made, there's no nothing.
People
it's
sitting at a
really
bench.
people sitting at a bench,
Yeah.
taking their hand tools, making the pieces, hand setting the pieces,
Yeah.
hand polishing the pieces. Everything is completely hand done. So each one of these rings, you have to realize there's 4 parts to this ring. So there's the big band, then there's the 2 center bands, and then there's the gemstone bezel here.
Right.
So there's all those parts to put together.
Right.
Each ring takes probably close to a day to make. So we make it with the different gemstones that, you know, Liat is the designer for this
Yes,
one.
yeah.
And she actually designed it after her family took a trip to Eilat, which is kind of the vacation spot for Israelis. It's where, you know, they have a lot of snorkeling and scuba diving
Sure.
and the beautiful seas and very resort kind of town. And with the beautiful colors, she really wanted to draw, and she sketched a beautiful ring with these beautiful gemstones. And the center reminded her of the bridge that connects the 2 areas. And that bridge is just, when you walk through it, you're watching, when you walk over it, you see the beautiful water underneath.
Yeah,
with
the organic colors,
oh
if you will.
my God, and
Yeah.
you see the most beautiful colors, the corals,
Corals, yes.
the fish, all the saltwater fish. It's just magnificent.
Well, very reminiscent of that natural setting. So let's go through these stones one more time. Can we do it with the picture? Well, no, we'll do it with Todd here. This is the silver or clear topaz. Now, this is an untreated topaz. This is what topaz may look like when it comes out of the earth after it's been faceted. These are all 10 by 8, and this is a 2.25 carat, such as the same as the blue topaz. Now, this is going to be a treated stone, and I want to tilt this up so you can see what that looks like. So it's a nice light blue stone, and that is blue topaz, same weight, same carat weight, and also 2.25 carats on that, 10 by 8. Then we have 2 of the quartz. This is your beautiful golden citrine. These are 2 carats, 10 by 8. And then finally, this is an untreated amethyst. It is also 10 by 8, and it's also 2 carats. All bezel set. However, you do have some prongs in there too to hold it in securely.
Yeah, well, and that again is hand done with somebody literally pushing the prongs down to hold them in. But that's also, it sounds crazy, but it's part of the design factor in it as well. Just like the bands underneath, you see one beaded band and one polished band, just to really add to the design factor of this piece.
And it's a new low price, Sherry, too. We have taken $5 off your last time you were here, which was September. That's when Stephanie started school.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
You proud of her?
Oh my God, 7th grader.
Does she like
and
junior high?
You know what? She loves it.
Does
She
she?
absolutely loves it, and she's doing great, and she works hard, and she's a great work ethic, and I'm really proud of her.
Good.
Really.
Here are all the items that we're featuring today on our YouTube special with Sherry. And there are the rings. Those are the spinner rings. We're having a spinner bracelet in just a moment. But we're going to talk about the prayer box next. Item number for the spinner ring is 169149. It will be back on today at 6 p.m. Eastern with Lynn if you want to see another presentation. But we do have all the sizes as we speak, but then then Lynn will get you updated once we get to the live show, because a lot of people shop on YouTube. A lot do. All right, now we have the prayer box. This is like, I've heard it described as a kind of a safety deposit box for your prayers and your feelings and your emotions and your dreams and your hopes. Is that the idea behind a prayer box?
So, you know, when a Jewish person has a prayer box on their front door and on many doors in their house, and inside there's the Shema prayer, and it's supposed to be a protective piece that guards each of the rooms in your house and the front of the house. When I wanted Ohad to make something that really kind of spoke to that idea, but I also wanted a more personalized piece. We do a lot of personalized jewelry. A lot of the pieces have hope, faith, love, peace, all kinds of things. I wanted something that was a little bit even more personal. So when you take this prayer box, and I don't know if you can get a shot of this, but I hope you can.
When you
When
mean
you
to
open it up.
Yeah, I'll open it here. Let me open it first, and then I will put it back down, because then...
You open it, it's very easy to open, but it does lock, and you hear an audible click when it does lock. So you really do hear that, so you know it's safe. What I did was I had both my mother and my father write me notes in my prayer boxes.
I'm going to cry.
So this is from my mother. So this is the thing. So my parents are both, they honestly...
It's still in the,
Yeah, so my parents they've both been in and out of hospital since May.
Yeah.
My dad is still, it's been a really rough, 6 months. Before this, I asked my mother to please write me a note. I wanted her handwriting. I wanted her to write me something. I didn't care what she wrote. And she wrote me a note. She told me to go downstairs. And she wrote me a note to put in. And although I'm not going to read you what she wrote to me, you can see this is my mother's handwriting. This is her lipstick because my mother, and I just fold it up and I put it in here and I have it with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, whether I'm in Minnesota, whether I'm in New York, but I'm not visiting her that day.
Sure.
You know, whatever it is,
She's nearby.
She's with me.
She's with you
She's
all
with
the
me.
time.
And you know what I love about that? That's as personal as you're going to get. It's her handwriting. I will have this forever and ever and ever.
Maybe you have a special prayer that you like to say every day. Well, write it on a piece of paper and put it in your prayer box. We have 3 to choose from on this one: amethyst, blue topaz, and then the one I opened up here is your white topaz. So these now are 9x7s. They come on an 18-inch Rollo chain. This is all sterling silver. The chain is machine made, but the piece is definitely made by hand, all handcrafted. There's a 2-inch extender on these too, and 2 of those we are sold out of, but it will be back on today at 11 a.m. Eastern with Sherry and Christine. So they'll talk about it again for you. It's 170099. This is also at a brand new low price. Are you sure that's the price there, Jamie?
Way. Can't be.
That's not what I have in my card. You want to recheck that, buddy?
That seems impossible.
You hear paper rustling.
I do.
I have 54. You've got $49.99. We're going to go with Jamie's price today.
Wow.
$49.99.
Thanks, Jamie.
I was surprised. Last time you were here, it was $59.
Yeah.
So now they're 40, and these are heavy. This is a lot of silver.
A lot of silver. And you could see the scroll work. I mean, you could really see Ohad's design in it. So it's not just a prayer box, but it's also, you know, we could have done a very simple nothing.
Yeah.
But
Make sure you restuff that note back
yes,
in there.
I'm
You don't
going
want
to.
rip it.
I'm going to.
Okay.
And you know, you really see the detail, the oxidation, the scroll work that, you know, his father and grandfather were Holy Scripture writers. So you really see that God-given talent that he actually uses in his designs
amazing.
of sterling silver. You could really see the beauty of the piece itself, the scroll work, the up and down. Look at the bottom. Even the beautiful bottom of the prayer box and the beautiful top, they all have detail to it, which is amazing. The white topaz was my mom's favorite out of all of these, so that's why she wanted to write a note in the white topaz one. And that's the one I wear all the time, but I actually, I just am obsessed with all of
If
them.
you see the initial pendant, that's coming up too. It's right behind the prayer box. We also have that coming up in a little bit. This is Sherry Marcus from Passage to Israel. She's going to be on today at 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. Eastern. And she'll be on with Christine a little bit later, then Kathy, and then you're going to end with Lynn Shocker tonight. All right? You were
Great
here
day.
last night, weren't you?
Yes.
With the gang.
Yes, it was really fun.
All
It was
right,
really
so
fun.
if you'd like our prayer box, it's 170099. Our lowest price we've ever offered is $59, folks. Today, according to Jamie,
It's 54.
it's $54. I told you it was $54.99.
Listen to Skip. He demands.
I do my research, man.
He does. He did his work. He did his
So
homework.
don't pay attention to that. It's $54.99, still a new low price, taking $5 off the last time Sherry was here. We had a spinner ring earlier. Now we have a spinner bracelet that we're going to be featuring for you. And we have two different sizes. Now when I give you the sizes, it's the circumference. It's the all the way around, not the diameter. So we have either a 7.5 inch, that's what we're calling small, and then we have an 8.25 inch, which we're calling large. I don't know how he did this.
Yeah.
to make sure that the inside spinner bracelet never comes off the outside spinner
This
bracelet.
took over a year
Did
to
it really?
create because our buyers had asked us to make a spinner bangle to match back to the spinner ring. So, but this took a lot of time because, as you said, in order to get that spinner bangle, the center bangle spinning and not coming off, you really had to do so much work on each one of the bangles because both sides had to kind of have a lip that goes up both
Yeah.
ways so that it doesn't come off. But we also didn't want to skimp on the design. So when Ohad designed it, he designed the bangle to be a beautiful design, like kind of like a braided look around the bangle. And then even the center, the spinner goes around as well.
And it looks like, tell me if I'm
go
wrong,
ahead.
a braided design on the inside. Even the spinner bracelet is textured as well.
That's right,
So-
exactly. So there's so much detail in these pieces, and then on top of it, to be able to create that lip all the way around. So for someone who really is a very, very, nervous person, needs to kind of come down.
Doctor, dentist,
what's so-
psychiatrist.
I mean, listen,
That's just my life.
No,
Yeah,
I'm serious.
yeah.
You know how many women write to me and tell me that they go to the dentist and they spin away, or they're on a job interview and they spin away,
Oh,
or they're on an
absolutely.
airplane.
Yeah.
I've spoken about that. I've been on
Airplanes are the
airplanes
worst.
where the turbulence is
Yeah.
really, really bad. When the turbulence is bad, believe me, I'm
Spin away.
spinning my bangle, I'm spinning
Right.
my ring.
It does
I'm spinning
calm
everything.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but it
Right.
does calm me.
You
I
know, it's funny because I often say that. I can't prove it scientifically because
Yeah.
I too, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but there have been studies that I've read about where spinners are used with, children with ADD, children with anxiety disorders,
Yeah.
adults with anxiety disorders, because they really do keep you in a very calm place. Listen, there are apps now that you could just have calm moments. I mean,
know.
so
I
same
know.
kind of thing.
I knew a pencil flipper.
Ah.
Now it would go. I mean, I don't know how he did it, like a drumstick, all the way.
Oh,
through,
like that, you're right.
all just swinging
Right.
like that, and it would calm him. I'd say spin away. That
That's right. Have a
Were
good
these
time.
also considered prayer bracelets, the same as the
The
rings?
spinner, well, they didn't have spinner bangles
Yeah.
back then, but we, it evolved into like that meditative bracelet, the meditative kind of, exactly.
Sure.
Exactly with that in mind.
Let me give you the weights on these too if you're playing at home. The small is 26.8 grams. The large, which is the 8.25, is 33.2 grams. And so you have a nice weight to these. Our price, $139.99. That's our holiday price, and it is also our Silver Obsession price. Now remember, if you have this card, the Evine card, I'll put it right here. Don't write the number down, it's fake. It won't do you any good.
I just tried to buy some.
Yeah, I was about
Jamie
to
just
say.
tried to buy a watch.
I was ready to
Okay.
grab my phone.
$99 orders for jewelry today, 15% off on the Evine card. If you have an order of $4.99 and up today, 12 monthly interest-free payments on the Evine card. How do I keep this all in my head?
I don't know. You're a
I don't know.
genius.
Sam, I love your boots.
Very cute.
Now, of course, everybody wants to see them. No. I just noticed them.
Going to the chapel and she's
Sam's getting married.
gonna get
There they are.
married.
I love those boots.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Where'd you get those? DSW? What? Probably DSW. That's where I shop for mine. You don't want to see my shoes, though. All right, Sherry Marcus is with, oh, they're bad. These are my lawn mowing shoes.
Simply adorable.
They're very comfortable, so I'm sorry. Sorry I got into that. All right, so last look now for our spinner bracelets. Very heavy and nice and wide, too. I would say, I don't have a ruler, but I'm going to say they're about a ½ inch wide.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I layer a lot of my jewelry.
I know you
But this
do.
is something that you really don't need
Yeah.
to, because it's really that big and bulky.
And it's one of those,
know,
you may hear her coming down the hall.
You do.
You
Jingle
know?
bells.
There you
I'm
go.
on my way.
All right, 35% off. Again, here's all of our items that we have. We're going to show you that ring on the end there in just a second. So the spinner bracelet is $139.99. It's $156,942. Next up, we're going to show you another beautiful band ring from Passage to Israel. It's another gorgeous ring. It's been one of our favorites here. As a matter of fact, 4.9 stars, okay? There's only one 4-star review, and it was still very complimentary. She just decided to give it 4 instead of 5.
Right.
The rest are all 5-star reviews
I
on
love
this.
hearing that.
Yes.
It is a beautiful
It
ring.
is a gorgeous ring. You
Yes.
have a choice now. We're going to have gold over sterling silver. We call it embraced. Over sterling silver in either yellow gold, sterling silver, which is the exposed sterling silver, and or rose gold. Rose gold is the first one. Here's the yellow gold. Beautiful, gorgeous band with the separate piece, I'm assuming, then placed on top. But as Sherry's going to tell you, I'm just going to steal her thunder here, it's all completely designed all the way around the band. Flowers everywhere.
You know, this is my Hadass piece that I love. I mean,
What is Hadass?
Hadass is a designer. She's a woman. She's a
Oh.
designer, and she
Who
lives
is
in.
Hadass,
Yeah,
I should
Hadass
say?
lives in Givatayim, which is a part of Tel Aviv, actually, which is more of a city. But she surrounds herself with gardens and flowers in her home, and she has an amazing ability to design beautiful flowers without using color. Because a lot of times you see people design flower jewelry and there's a gemstone in the center to kind of bring out the color. She's able to do it just because she uses such detail in every one of her, the stem, the leaves, the petal, the center of the flower. Everything she does just really, you feel like you're in the middle of a garden. And when you touch this ring, you feel that separate floral piece that goes on top of the band. So the band itself has beautiful work all the way around, but then it has a beautiful floral piece that also is placed on top and adhered to the band underneath. Simply stunning. Very, very upscale, couture looking.
We have all the sizes available as we speak, because this is going to be on again today at 6 p.m. Eastern with Lynn. Size 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Again, all 5-star reviews except for one, which is a 4-star, very complimentary too. So that's a pretty good track record for a piece of jewelry around here.
And it's just beautiful. You know, I think the most requested type of jewelry I'm asked to make is sterling silver rings. Everything, no gemstones, just sterling silver, because our work is so magnificent. The Israeli designers are just incredible at designing really, really beautiful jewelry with sterling silver. And this is a typical magnificent piece from one of the designers. This one is Hadass, but absolutely beautiful, beautiful work in sterling silver, which is what I fell in love with Israel to begin with.
I've heard 3 names now for designers. How
Yeah.
many designers do?
I mean, I work with 10 to 12
10 to 12
right now.
designers?
Yes, but there's probably 5 that are my go-tos.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That when I see something in my mind, I say to myself, this is
Can you
who I
do
want
that?
for that. Right,
Okay,
exactly.
gotcha,
And that's
gotcha.
when I fly down to Israel and I work with them.
And which ones work with the gemstones mostly?
Liat definitely works with a lot of gemstones.
heard that name, yeah.
Nurit works with a lot of gemstones. Shlomit works with some too. But I would say Liat and Nurit are my 2 biggest gemstone.
That's what we
manufacturers.
see here at Evine mostly, those two
Yeah,
designers?
Well, them and Ohad, which he does a lot of my silver, spinners and bracelets.
Yeah.
So, and Hadass and Shlomit. Those
Wow,
are probably my
big
top.
family.
They're wonderful. And they're all different. One is in her 30s and one is in her 60s and, he's in his 40s.
And she's probably, the 60-year-old been doing it all of her life, probably?
No, she actually started when she was when she became a grandmother in her 50s.
So there's hope for me.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Design
good.
away, Skip.
Good.
Maybe shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need new shoes. How often do you get to go to Israel?
2 to 3 times a year.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
Have you been?
Never.
Gotta
That's
get
on a
you there.
bucket
Oh
list.
my
I know,
God,
no.
it's really incredible.
It's a bucket list, I'm telling
It's
you.
a life
My
changer.
wife and I want to go.
It's a life changer.
Yeah.
It is. It's one of those trips that, I've traveled all over the world,
Yeah.
with jewelry. But it's one of those trips that when you go, it really does
Oh, it'll change
it.
you. I
It
understand
does.
that. I get that. Everybody I talk to says the same thing.
Yeah.
We just have to, I don't want to go for 5 days.
No, you can't.
I want to go for like 2 weeks.
You need to.
Yeah.
You need to, and you have to plan it out. And,
And I
when
want
you
to see
go,
the entire country
yeah,
if I can.
it's not that big.
I know, but still, it's kind of like Scotland. You
Right.
drive all over in a
Right.
day or two.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you go, let me know. I'll
Okay.
I'll help you out there.
Help me out, okay. Now, the last time we're going to be showing you will be on later today, also at 6 p.m. with Lynn. Lynn and Sherry actually presented this on September the 5th. And I watched that show, that's why I remember. And we had these, and they were extremely popular. Hundreds of these went out the door, truly, during that show. These are initial pendants. Now, they're going to feature sterling silver, turquoise, 6 pieces of turquoise, and there's a reason for that. Sherry's going to explain that. And then right above, if you can see right above the initial, there's a faceted white topaz that is bezel set. So you're getting a lot of faceted beads. You're getting 6 pieces of turquoise. You're getting a chain, and you're also getting a buy more, save more on this, which is shipping and handling. So we know that a lot of you, like Sherry, for example, wears 2, one for her and one for her daughter, Stephanie. So if you want to buy 2 or 3 or 4 for your kids, your grandkids, we'll save you shipping and handling on any additional after. And if they all add up to $99, it's 15% off with the Evine card.
This is a great gift also. This is one of those, it's personal enough where someone will remember you. It's from Israel, so anyone who has any kind of connection to
Yep.
Israel, which most of us do, and it's at the right price. I believe in a gift closet. So we're already into October.
You and
so,
Jorge.
Oh, I'm totally into a gift closet. And you know something? I use it all the time. Because
He has levels.
yeah.
$100 level,
Right.
$50.
I'm with him because
Yeah.
you know what? There are times I'm going to someone's house for lunch and I
Yeah.
want to give them a little. There are times I'm going to spend a weekend with
I think
someone,
it's
you know.
brilliant, yeah.
So I like to have something that I don't have to all of a sudden rush out.
Sure.
It's right there. Yes, the reason for the 6 stations, the
Mm-hmm.
number 6 is very important in the Bible. It took God 6 days to create the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and on the 6th day, man was created, man and women. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why number 6 is used a lot of times in our jewelry. Even though you don't realize it, it's these hidden messages, which is what I speak to.
That's
quite
why I'm glad
often.
you're here, because I don't know any of that.
Right. So I could,
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
learned it and I could tell you about it. So that's why a lot of our pieces are done that way. And then, of course, to make it a little more personal, we have the initial. Shlomit is my initial person. She always does great initial charm necklaces. She started us with an initial charm dangle ring. We've always really done beautiful pieces with her. And she just makes it with that certain amount of oxidation.
Sure.
The legible letter, because a lot of times you see an initial and you can't really tell which letter it is.
True.
She really makes it perfectly so you don't have to worry about, not being able to
Yeah.
read it. And she makes it with beautiful, like sparkling silver chain, which is like a liquid silver chain. So it shines, it sparkles.
That's
and that,
right.
And yeah, and that against the oxidation.
I
is
heard
just
you call it liquid silver before.
because that's how I
Yeah.
feel when I look at it. And when you play it against the oxidized charm, it just really, it tells such a beautiful story. And
Yes.
it's one of those pieces that kind of brings me back to like my grandmother who,
Yeah.
had so many pieces that were hand-me-down pieces. And even though this is at this price, which is incredible, this can be one of those hand-me-down
Yeah.
pieces for you because it has that feeling of antiquity, but it also has a more modern feel because of the chain.
Is that why they oxidize it, to give it an older look?
Yeah, it has that ancient feeling to
Yeah.
it. And so many things in Israel, we all learned about from thousands of years ago. So a lot of the designers use oxidation in their work.
Yeah, it also brings out the letter a little bit more too.
It does.
So,
It really does.
sorry, we are sold out of the letter G now. So sorry, Gail. Rita, I'm sorry.
That's my mother's name. Did you know that?
I knew that. No. Rita, I'm sorry, we're sold out of the letter R. And
But Mom, I'm going to get you an M.
Zuilla, I just made that up. We're sold out of the letter Z.
Zelda.
Zelda, thank you. I couldn't think of one. So we're sold out of G, R, and Z. Now, by the time this hits the air at 6 p.m. Eastern today, we may be sold out of a lot of letters because we are down to like the last 1, 2, or 5, or 7 of some of these. And I don't remember, here it is, the chain length, 18 inches.
With the 2-inch
With the
extender.
2-inch extender. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, extenders are important because you never know kind of what, are you going to wear an open collar one day? Are you going to wear a turtleneck one day? You need to a little bit
Skip,
longer,
I
a little
landed
bit.
here yesterday
Yeah?
into 40-something degree weather and misery. And I'm like, oh my
What
God,
do you
it's
think?
October 8th.
Is that the heaviest coat you brought?
Yes. And you know what? I
you're in
didn't
trouble.
well,
See what Sam's wearing?
yeah.
It's sweater weather
It's-
now.
You know something? It's crazy. I did not realize that October 8th, it would, and I've been doing this, I've been coming
Yeah.
here for 7 years.
Since Shop NBC
but,
days.
yeah.
We just talked about that.
Since Shop NBC days.
Mm-hmm.
But October 8th, I didn't anticipate it being this cold.
We didn't, we kind of do, but
It's
I
a
mean,
little
nothing
early.
surprises us.
Right.
It's a little cold
Right.
for now,
Right.
now.
I do
because-
have a sweatshirt,
Okay, you're going to need it
so I'm just going
when
to.
you go to the movies tomorrow. Yeah, because, what? What is this?
You're good. You do your thing.
Okay, well, we got to go now.
Yeah.
We were
What
chatting.
was that? We're having like a nice conversation. and
Yeah,
all of a
yeah.
sudden we're seeing
so
like
before the show, he says, well, just have a nice conversation.
Yeah.
And so we start our nice conversation. All right, Sherry,
Let's
it's
do
a
it together,
pleasure.
Skip.
Yeah. It's a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure working
Finally.
with you too. Like it only took
Yeah,
7
we-
years.
We party together, but we never work together.
This
So
is
anyway.
true.
Hey, have a great show today.
Thank you.
She's going to be on today one more time at 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then 6 p.m. Eastern. 1-hour shows only. So 3 one-hour shows, and that's it for our Silver Obsession Day. So, and Dominique is here today, Sam's
Sam.
here today, the whole
Sam the
gang.
man. Yep.
So they're all here today. So thank you for watching this YouTube
was fun.
wonderful live show. And stick around. She'll be back at 11 a.m. Eastern live on Evine. Jamie, I'm done.